when I came back in, I was just saying it was so dumb because literally coming through here, like after we got 2, I saw like pretty well like coming out of this when we got into turn 1 and 2. I saw Tom get out of the seat, and like in my mind, I was like, you should probably be going faster because Tom's out of the seat and he's coming.
As in right here, you mean?
No, just through the bend, kind of just through here.
Yeah.
But I think in my mind, I was like, oh, but you don't want to be going too fast coming into the like front straight. Like down here, I'm thinking like, oh no, I'm okay. But I think that's kind of what screwed me, just the fact that he was just building, and I wasn't really doing anything. And then I've just cooked it, and just wasn't going fast enough. And
right, so
yeah. But I think it was like we were saying, it was just a matter of kind of, I know that I can come into a race probably going too fast and fast enough, coming down the front straight sort of thing, and now it's just a matter of learning how slow I can come in, and that is too slow. So now I just need to kind of work back from that.
Just learning from that.
Yeah, totally. Like I'm kind of glad that happened because it just, it would have been very easy for Tom just to kind of, back out of that and play a full race, but he did that in the first one sort of thing. So to kind of act upon a mistake like that for me is just it's just like a big slap to kind of be like, don't do that again.
Okay, there's a very
probably needed that.
What Carlos has already hinted about, coming in a bit too slow. We can just go back to even here,
I should have started building right there. I think, just before that, even coming into it.
What else? There's another subtle thing you could have done there as well. Like if you keep building, but you don't want to be going too quick. What could you have done?
I think if I came up in a little bit to kind of just get right in his way, probably would have kind of forced him to kind of take height again, sort of thing, or kind of would have jammed him up a little bit. We just made it a little bit more awkward for him.
Yeah. So yes, increasing that speed, even if you take a bit of height through, you're matching even where he is on the track, but you still have that gap to allow for if he does do the submarine, you can come down with him, okay? But you have that pace as well to do that, okay? There's a very subtle thing here that I want you guys to also look at, and it's very common I've seen from quite a lot of you doing. Carlos is notorious for it. It's happened that many times, but it's that just observe where he is now, and sorry, we'll just go back to here.
I was vision there too. I don't know why I looked under. I guess I was expecting.
Where's Carlos? Let's have a look at where Carlos is entering the bend, position on the track. Where's he now?
Yeah.
So what's he done without probably being even aware of it?
Washed off.
Yeah.
K, 30K.
Just very bad thing to be doing.
Just enough speed. Just enough speed to lose the. Not only that, you've lost visual on Tom.
Yeah.
So I had a quick look at this video just before and just picked out a few things.
Yeah.
So you're coming up, washing off speed.
Not looking.
You've lost visual on Tom there. So you've washed off speed, you've lost visual on Tom, and at that moment, that's when Tom's gone. Bye, Carlos.
Blue line's so hard to defend in that part of the race as well because you've got they can go over or under, and you can't look each side at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like, and as soon as you lose visual to them on the blue, you're really screwed.
Yeah.
So what could you have done better through there, you think? Now, if you replay from...
Coming into it.
If you replay from here, what's Carlos going to do different next time?
Be going faster already, and then kind of match the height a little bit better. And if I'm not matching his height already, kind of maybe create more of a gap to kind of draw it out. So if I do want to ride my own line sort of thing, it's not in such a dangerous position. And in that position, I probably would have been maintaining better visual, just to avoid Tom from wrecking me.
I think also if you did find yourself in that position where you're blue line, no vision, just gas it.
Yeah, that's probably a better.
Have a bit of insurance sort of thing. Like if you know there and you can't see him, there's no point of just
being I'm going to stay slow.
Keeping the steady pace. You just got to stop on it just in case that's happening. And then if it has,
you got to protect the next straight by just putting power on there.
Yeah.
That's a very valid point that Lee makes, and this applies to all of you guys as well, is that if you're in doubt, and you've got to remember that we are trying to set up a sprint race, yes, but you're also got to remember if you're on the front position, you've got to make sure that you have enough speed coming in here. So if you think you're coming in here probably, I think I could be going quicker, then you should instantly be thinking, I need to go. Obviously not commit to the sprint, but give yourself, as Pat said, some insurance, bit more speed. You can always correct coming into the straight. What you can't correct for is someone bombing under or underneath you. At that point, it's, oh shit, I need to, what do I do now, okay? I'd rather see you guys, even if it's a little bit over what your speed is, I'd much rather see you guys in a much better position setup-wise, coming into here, and you can adjust on the back straight, obviously where you're accelerating, okay? It's that's such a dangerous point in the race that you do need to make sure you have all bases covered, be that from the front or from the back, okay? And this is why this session is really good, is because you can see, all right, well, as Carlos has demonstrated before, what can happen if you lose a bit of speed coming into the front straight, or you lose visual. That's a perfect example of what can happen. All right, Jaden and Lee, talk me through it. Yeah, you're on the front, Jaden. Just talk us through it.
Yeah, in this first bit, I was just gonna sit there and wait, see if Lee wanted to do the piston on the bottom of the track, or if he wanted to start taking height to get his gear wound up a bit. So I was just sitting there relaxing, just waiting. And then
Just quickly on that, you don't know what gear your opponent's generally going to be on, do you?
No.
So it's a very dangerous thing to get
Yeah.
caught in. You can obviously tell by looking at your cadence and seeing what their cadence is as well, but assume that the gear that you're not going to know, obviously, exactly what gear your opponent's going to be on,
Yeah.
okay? The only visual clue you're going to have is by looking at the cadence, how it is relative to yours.
by that then I didn't mean him like, I just wanted to see if he wanted to do a fast race or a slow race.
Okay.
kind of.
Alright, yeah.
So he started taking height there, then I just kind of wanted to keep a gap while we were in the early stages of the races. So if I felt like it was getting like that, I'd drop down and try and increase the speed a bit just so the gap stayed there. And I didn't want, like, realistically any chances where he could drop down, get real close to me and put me in stride. So I just wanted to make sure I was kind of like in control of my race and doing what I wanted to do. So here I was just kind of making sure I had decent height, and there, like, there's a bit here where I messed up. Like I accidentally came down when I still should have been taking height, but I kind of covered it a bit, and I feel like I didn't get caught off guard on the jump. Like I went at a decent time.
Yep. Lee, what was your thoughts around?
Oh, just slowly winding up, I guess. But I feel like if I was riding against myself, I don't think I would have won that, to be honest.
Yep.
I came in here, tried to swung right up to the fence and gassed it hard, and he didn't gas with me, so then I just sort of got close to a wheel. That's why I had to commit. Like I wasn't planning on having to really hit him hard in the bend and go around. I was planning on going around a lot later, because he didn't react. I sort of just got sucked straight onto it, so then I had to commit.
Yep.
And I sort of went, when I went around him, I went way too high, just got stuck at the blue line for some reason. I know, just when I went to go around, just went too high, I guess. And that's just technical thing.
This is another just another little nitpick here, Jaden.
Yeah.
Is that little bit of it's not much, but also just having your awareness of your track position, because in that situation, when I was watching it, when you guys actually raced it, is the way that Lee's actually come down as you've moved up. If he wanted to, again, as Pat's highlighted, at that point, you're around that blue period.
Yeah.
You haven't got Lee in your visual right there. You're looking at that right now. You can't tell me that you've got Lee in sight. And if you really wanted to,
Yeah.
the door's there. Yep. All right. So just just having that awareness of it. All right.
Here's another thing, here on this, you're is that red line, I think, and I'm on the fence. It's probably
Yeah,
not-
it's a little
not
bit
good.
it's a little bit tricky